and gentlemen, welcome to none other than the Hardcore Wrestling Federation. Hello everyone, I'm your commentator MJ. We're coming to you live all the way from none other than Kentucky. No doubt about it, one of the greatest places to be at. Please join the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dominic Mysterio! Dominic joining the Judgment Day over a year ago when Rhea Ripley brought him in. I know that about it. Rhea Ripley and Dominic are involved in this tournament. Dominic won the coin toss earlier, done by Jenny Wakeman and, of course, Commissioner Walter White and Cole's mom. And it looks like Dominic is starting off first for the tournament. You know that about it. Rhea Ripley and half the other members of the Judgment Day accompanying Dominic to ringside for this match. Let's just pray and hope Dominic knows what he got himself into. We're kicking off the HWF side of the tournament with Hollywood Hogan versus Dominic Mysterio. Hogan demanded this matchup to happen after what Damian Priest did to him over a week ago at TNW WrestleMania 11,000 during the 8-man Battle Royal, disrespecting the legendary Scott Hall. Can you blame him? Now Dominic's got to fight for Damian. No doubt about it. Damian Priest looking on outside with the others. Uh-oh. But who did Hogan bring in as a partner? My God, it's Nikki Bella. The legend and Hall of Famer is here. And his opponent, accompanied by Nikki Bella, representing the NWO from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 306 pounds, Hollywood Hogan! Hogan went to Cole's mom and demanded this matchup to happen. Cole's mom granted him the opportunity as long as he found a partner and the only person that can manage him at ringside. And it looks like Nikki Bella has stepped up to the challenge. Think about what could happen here. Nikki Bella is already becoming an honorary member of the NWO. But along with her sister Brie Bella, if they can win it all here tonight, we could be looking at the first ever female member of the NWO. No doubt about it. Knowing actually the Bella Twins are just honorary members tonight, as it looks like Dominic may have his hands full with both Hall of Famers, along with the Judgment Day, who has everything to be proud of tonight after what they did to Hollywood Hogan, disrespecting the man personally. I know that about it. Damian Priest got eliminated by The Undertaker late last week, and that had to put a smile on Hogan's face, along with the rest of the NWO. Here we go now. Hogan and Dominic colliding right here. Yeah, well, Dominic won the coin toss. Well, Rhea Ripley was heads. Dominic was tails. Yet, though, Dominic now being dissected by the Hall of Famer, two-time Hall of Famer, Hollywood Hogan. And now Hogan pummeling Dominic. Not that bad, which means later on tonight, Panther will be involved in the tournament with Joker, as we have no idea who she's taking on. We're being told it's like a challenge to anyone in the back who they're teaming up with. Actually, wait a minute, I know who it is. It's Nico Robin. Well, Nico Robin looks like has accepted the challenge. And Hogan with a clothesline taking Dominic, nearly taking Dominic's head off there. And I think Hogan is really giving Dominic a lesson that he's never been taught before. Well, young man, this is your walk to the gallows along with the rest of the Judgment Day. And Hogan right now with that cheap shot. Cover, is this it? Two? No. Hogan thought he had it after that cheap shot. And these fans have been waiting a long time for this, I'll tell you that much. No doubt about it. Dominic, already the new member of the Judgment Day. And Dominic, oh my God, a suicide senton over the top rope. Oh, wait a minute, Finn Balor trying to get involved. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley over there as well, trying to help Dominic. Man, the Judgment Day all started back in the WWE when Edge first founded the Judgment Day and started bringing in new members like Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Finn Balor. Even the Judgment Day stabbed Edge in the back and turned their backs on him ever since he founded the Judgment Day. Ref had a 6 count, and Hogan with a 2 sweet sign, which could be the end. Whoa! Hogan again launching Dominic with that hot shot on the outside. He's telling the kid to stay down. Hogan from behind takes advantage of a hurt and fatigued Dominic. Well, Dominic Mysterio already got himself into this position thanks to Damian Priest. And a hot shot by Hogan. Wait a minute. Finn Balor trying to distract Hogan, trying to give Dominic the opportunity to fight back here. And it only lasted a moment there. Hogan launching Dominic off the ropes. They collided. Hogan pushing him off, trying to go for the clothesline. And Dominic staggering in the ring as Hogan getting dominated here by Hollywood Hogan, punishing the Judgment Day after all they've done. Not just chokeslamming Hogan, but also mocking the late great Scott Hall, who passed away late last year. No doubt about it, already a legend, not just in TNW's record books, but also here in the HWF. A man who has been through a lot in his career. No doubt about it here. Cover, no, gets a 1 count. Dominic thought he had it, and Hogan nailed a big boot. Dominic got too confident, and now Dominic's going to pay for it. But then again, Dominic with a counter. And Dominic off the ropes. They collided. Hogan scoop slam. Look out! Hogan leg drop, but Dominic moved out of the way. Dang it! Dominic nails the drop kick to the face. Dominic right now hammering away. Right on Hogan. The ultimate disrespect by Dominic. And the Judgment Day already using this kid. I don't even know what in the world has happened to Dominic, but this kid has been through a lot in his life. Dominic now off the ropes. Drop kick to the face. And now Hogan again rolling to the outside. Oh, no, not again. And again connecting with a sunset flip. Connecting on Hogan right on the outside here, nearly in front of my announcer's table. And man, Dominic dissecting Hogan. Ref at a 3 count here. And Hogan doing the right thing, bringing Dominic back into the ring. And what's Damian doing? I don't know. Hogan caught with a clothesline. Wait a minute. Finn Balor again, but drop kick from behind by Dominic, who took advantage thanks to Finn Balor's outside interference. Off the ropes. Whoa! Hogan with a spine buster. And now Hogan with the elbow drop. I think Hogan's had enough of Dominic. Oh! Right on the family jewels. A dream come true for Hogan and the NWO. Cover. In Hollywood, Hogan gets sweet revenge for the NWO, who advances to the semifinals next week with Nikki Bella. Here's your winner, Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan's done it, and he advances to the semifinals. Sorry, Judgment Day, not gonna happen. And no doubt about it, that was for Scott Hall. Nevertheless, though, folks, we're not even through yet, because coming up next, as we see Lance Storm in one-on-one action, we're being told it's against Rob Van Dam in a normal matchup. Now, that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next.
That's what happens ever seen before about GGB has missing once again. It has been what happens. All friends has been saved his life to the Cyrano, and now he's been trapped in different dimension in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With all what happens, we'll find out that the CGTP will find him, which will decide to defeat Rocky.
And we are back live here in Kentucky for this matchup. And here comes the HWF European Champion, Lance Storm. Well, Storm got himself into this position to begin with here tonight. I think it's a good old-fashioned one-on-one gut check. No hardcore rules, just a good old-fashioned one-on-one gut check. Legion, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. I'm considering by Dawn Marie from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the HWF European Champion, Lance Storm. Lance Storm hailing all the way from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. HWF European Champion in the ring. Right now, though, things have really intensified enough when Braun Strowman was out here earlier tonight before we came on the air. And not only did he made a statement well known, letting Storm know that he had a few words with our general manager earlier tonight, Cole's mom, and had the idea that at TNW Las Vegas in your house 7, a winner-take-all match for the European Championship and the Hardcore title. And right now, though, Cole's mom loved it, the idea that the matchup will be a triple threat elimination match with a mystery participant under hardcore rules. Who's gonna step up for both titles? We'll find out, because here comes Van Dam and his opponent from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam. Well, RVD in the building. Mr. Hardcore, anything goes type of a superstar legend and Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. We're being told that at TNW Las Vegas in your house 7, we have another triple threat elimination match, but this time it's contested under hardcore rules. And no doubt about it. And it's involving a mystery participant. We don't know who the participant is, but luckily Van Dam's not involved. No, he had an opportunity at the European title 2 times. But whoever stepped up to the plate, we're going to find out coming up in 1 week, taking place in the Excalibur Casino. No doubt about it, the castle tells it all. And as the old saying goes from the late great Macho Man Randy Savage, art thou bored, but not anymore. Because none of these fans are going to be bored coming up come 1 week. When it's taking place in the Excalibur, one of the best casinos in the history of Las Vegas. And no doubt about it in my mind, it's going to be an all-out war when all the superstars collide inside the castle. No doubt about it. Yeah, right now, though, Van Dam getting the holy heck beat out of him here by Storm, who went for an amazing standing moonsault in the early goings, as Dawn Marie, in the meantime, though, helping out Lance Storm in the early goings. And I think right now, Storm has got a huge challenge on his hands come TNW Las Vegas in your house 7. Yet, though, no doubt about it in my mind, things have already intensified enough after those hardcore matches Lance Storm has been having. He beat Braun Strowman 1, 2, 3. Strowman has not letting that go ever since. And he demands immediate payback. And he's going to get it at TNW Las Vegas in your house 7 come in 1 week. No doubt about it, in the Excalibur Casino. And Dawn Marie helping out her friend, her longtime friend Lance Storm. Boy, to the history those two have in ECW. No doubt about it, the real ECW days have really been intensifying moments like Sabu getting involved in hardcore style action, putting himself through a table when Lance Storm teamed up with Just Incredible and formed the Impact Players. No doubt about it. Just what an amazing tag team they were, all I could say. And Van Dam right now bringing it back to the ring. And a thrust kick by Van Dam, taking down Lance Storm. And Storm taking Van Dam right off the top rope. Storm took advantage like he did the last time at TNW Las Vegas in your house 7 after surviving the Rage in a Cage match with Van Dam. And there's a neck breaker. Right fetch chop. Big right hand. Uh-oh, look out. Fall away slam by Storm. Van Dam right now trying to use the ropes as leverage, trying to get up. Rob Van Dam, the former WWE champion, way back in the olden days, back in the WWE, former ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and a former multiple-time tag team champions with different partners, former hardcore champion, former European champion, and most of all, even the former Intercontinental champion. But how about it? Cover here. Is this it? No. Man, Van Dam has done it all in this business, I'll tell you. And don't forget, though, Rob Van Dam back in ECW resume holds the record as the longest reigning ECW World Television Champion. Held on to the title for 1 year, 11 months, 4 hours, and 32 seconds, Daddy. No doubt about it. And right now, though, Northern Lights suplex after Northern Lights suplex on the outside. Van Dam using the outside to his advantage, living up to the hardcore name here in the HWF. Referee at a 5 count here as Storm wisely bringing it back to the ring. Hey, Storm with a takedown, going for the double-legged Boston grab. That would be called a double-legged Calgary crab. It's a lot different than its Boston cousin, nevertheless, though. No pun intended. And right now, though, Van Dam escaped it. Goes for the Harley Reese knee lift, but Storm caught him again with a super kick. Is this it? 2. And Lance Storm picks up the win. Dang it again, Storm is still undefeated here in the HWF. Here's your winner, Lance Storm. Storm victorious, taking out Rob Van Dam. And right now, though, folks, stick around. We're not even through yet. Because coming up next, Shayna Baszler in one-on-one action. We're being told it's against Bayley. Uh-oh, that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next.
That's what happens ever seen before about GGB has missing once again. It has been what happens. All friends has been saved his life to the Cyrano, and now he's been trapped in different dimensional in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With all what happens, we'll find out that the CGGP will find him, which will decide to defeat Rocky.
And we are back live here in Kentucky, and here comes Bayley. Man, she ought to be happy enough seeing her team win the ACW Women's Tag Team titles late last night. And here comes Bayley. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from San Jose, California, Bayley! Bayley irate, knowing that everything has happened to her when she first arrived here to HWF, and she can't believe it. That things have already changed for her, and she's not getting another title match until sooner or later she earns the right. But no doubt about it, she's already happy enough that her tag team, Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and of course, Io Sky, already the ACW Women's Tag Team Champions. That's got to put a big smile on her face. If they do lose the tag titles sooner or later, they could be heading to the HWF. And no doubt about it, once again, as Bayley had a big smile on her face after coming out here, disrespecting these fans in Kentucky as always, has no respect for anybody but herself, let alone her own tag team, Damage Control. Yeah, no doubt about it. Damage Control is already lucky enough as it is. And here comes Shayna Baszler, one half of the HWF Women's World Tag Team Champions. And from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, she is one half of the HWF Women's World Tag Team Champions. The Omega of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Well, known as the Queen of Spades. And I can say, though, nevertheless, though, the submission magician on her way to the ring. She was out here earlier tonight with her best friend, Ronda Rousey, who had so much to say, and she even announced who she was going to be facing for the HWF and which title she's going for here in the HWF. She picked the HWF Women's Championship. Oh boy, if I were Batgirl, I would rethink her strategy, because Ronda Rousey is somebody you don't take lightly. You know that about it. Ronda is one tough daughter of a gun and a fierce competitor, and so is that young lady right there, Shayna Baszler. Cole Smartin put her in this match to begin with, knowing of what's on the line here. You know that about it. Shayna and Ronda didn't go at it with one another due to their team up together in the Battle Royal last week. But when Ronda went for it all in there, she got an ultimate show of respect by Starfire, a TNW legend. Cover the matchup, gets a 1 count, says our senior official here. Look, this is a normal match. Right before our huge main event, Panther competing in the tournament with Joker, knowing of what's on the line here but pride. No doubt about it in the tournament, and who's going to meet Nikki Bella next week in the semifinals, and the winner of that match will advance to the finals for TNW Las Vegas in Your House 7, taking place in one of the greatest casinos on earth, the Excalibur. And no doubt about it, the Excalibur has been through so much in its career. Knife edge chop, a shin breaker into a dragon screw combination maneuver by Bayley. Not refusing to give up here tonight, you think? And a big kick by Shayna, taking Bayley down. She's got her on armbar as one half of the champions. And there's a knockdown by Bayley. Bayley launches Shayna Baszler off the ropes as the leader of Damage Control continues to battle back here in this fight. You know that about it on my mind. Lance Storm really decimated Rob Van Dam with that super kick. I don't even know how Lance Storm is getting lucky with those super kicks, but sooner or later, someone's going to have to take down that man and take his title away from him. And knowing Justin Credible has still been suspended for over a month, it's been like a month now, and he's only got 1 more month to go for the suspension to be lifted. Cover the match, is this it? 1, 2, no. Yet though, nevertheless though, things have already intensified enough, because next month in May is our next pay-per-view event, paying tribute to everyone in the Harlem High School Gym, TNW, Vegas Stars in Harlem. But about it, Vegas Stars in Harlem has a triumphant history. Colt 412 created the show ever since day 1 years ago, when Colt 412 paid tribute to his old hometown of Illinois, where he came from and was born and raised in. He eventually created one of the best shows of all time, TNW. No doubt about it. And right now, though, things have already intensified enough. And a powerbomb by Bayley took advantage. There's 1, 2, but Shayna kicked out at 2. Bayley took advantage of the situation with a powerbomb. And now Bayley, running knee lift, shades of Cactus Jack. And right now, though, kick to the gut by Shayna Baszler. Got her by the arm. And broke the fingers. And a DDT. Shades of the legendary Jake the Snake Roberts. What a maneuver there by Shayna Baszler. And our fans in attendance here in the HWF are already loving this here in Kentucky, as we're coming live all the way from Kentucky, one of the greatest states on earth. There may be derby days here in Kentucky, but honestly, it's one of the best states on earth. And right now, though, Shayna and Bayley bring it back to the ring, and now Shayna caught Bayley. Look out! The submission hold locked in on Bayley, but her legs were close to the ropes. And now Shayna again. Wait a minute, again, this time going right for the leg of Bayley in the center of the ring. A smart move there by one half of the champions. Cover, is this it? 2. And Shayna Baszler picks up the win for her and Ronda tonight. What a win for the Submission Magician. Here's your winner, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Well, what a win for Shayna Baszler, taking out Bayley. Well, that had to be a big win right there. And right now, though, folks, stick around. Our main event tonight, Panther, we're being told, is taking on Nico Robin in the tournament. The winner of that match will advance to the semifinals, and whoever wins that one will meet Nikki Bella next week. Oh boy, that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next.
That's what happens ever seen before about GGB has missing once again. It has been what happens. All friends has been saved his life to the Cyrano, and now he's been trapped in different dimension in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With all what happens, we'll find out that the CGTP will find him, which will decide to then beat Rocky.
We're back live here in Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes Panther. And no doubt about it in my mind, Panther and Joker are involved in a first ever tournament together. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Joker from Tokyo, Japan, Panther! Both these two are from Tokyo, Japan. Joker, the former ACW World Heavyweight Champion. Panther has been managing Joker for over the past year now, and for the first time ever, Panther is competing tonight in her first ever one-on-one action. And all I can say is, it's gut check time. And no doubt about it, listen to these fans here, anticipation for both Panther and Joker in this tournament. The winner of this match will go on to face Nikki Bella. No doubt about it. Hogan won his match earlier tonight, but think about what could be possibly happening if it were the case. No doubt about it. And we're being told that the winner of that match will advance to the finals next week. The winner of that match will advance to the finals, and whoever wins the TNW semifinals will meet the next team in the finals. And here come the Straw Hat Pirates. My goodness. What a match this is set out to be here. What an ovation for Nico Robin. Oh my, she's done a whole new look, it looks like. What a look for Nico Robin tonight, folks. Sanjay accompanying his girlfriend to ringside, I'll tell you that much. And introducing her opponent, accompanied to ring by Sanjay, representing the Straw Hat Pirates from the Open Seas, Nico Robin. Ring announcer put it best, from the Open Seas, representing the Straw Hat Pirates. And right now, though, Sanjay has got to be one lucky young man to have a girl like that. There's no doubt about it. Oh, my. I better keep my composure here, because right now, though, this is our main event. Nico Robin versus Panther. The winner of this match will go on to meet none other in the semifinals with Nikki Bella. Yet, though, there's no doubt in my mind that things have already gotten interesting enough. And knowing Edge's case, we know that the Edge and Ash Ketchum match is scheduled for next Tuesday night. It's going to be a big-time moment here. Here we go. Here we go. Panther and Nico Robin colliding. STO takedown by Nico Robin and the Elite Goins. Didn't want to wait for the bell. She wanted to go at it right now. Well, how about it? Neither did Panther. But for Panther tonight, this is her in-ring debut. All I can say is the mask is on for a reason. To seal her identity along with Joker. And these two have been through a lot together in Tokyo, including ACW late last year. They fought together, they teamed together, and they've beaten the best. But can they beaten the best here on HWF and advance to the finals? No doubt about it. And there's a hot shot. Nico Robin, top rope, telling Panther to get up. Oh my God! What a shot from the top rope by Nico Robin out of desperation to take Panther right off her feet. Yet the Panther being dissected here by Nico Robin. Already a Grand Slam winner in the HWF record books. Sanjay, the former HWF World Heavyweight Champion. Just think about this. If they can win this tournament, then the Straw Hat Pirates will have future title matches. But the question on my mind is, what shout-outs are they going to give to their favorite YouTube channels? We'll find out sooner or later. Referee at 7. Referee at 8, and Nico Robin is telling Panther to get in the ring. There's 9, and Panther breaking the referee's 10 count, and the match is still going on. Off the ropes. Right hand to the gut by Panther. What a shot there. And a forearm right to the face. And wait a minute. Nico Robin kicked out, and I think she hit Panther's foot, more likely right of her boots. Springboard forearm caught her right there in the face, and a kick out at 1, says our senior official. Nicely done by Panther. And now Nico Robin with a submission hold. Shades of TNW legend AJ Lee with that armbar. Yet though the wife of CM Punk already has got to be shocked to see that maneuver, knowing how long she hasn't performed it yet. The kicks, the rights and lefts, and Panther with a DDT, knocking Nico Robin right off her feet. There's an armbar. And whoa, what a takedown! Cover! 2! And Nico Robin picks up the win. Looks like she advanced to the semifinals and meets Nikki Bella next week. Here's your winner, Nico Robin! Well, that was an amazing matchup. And this was an amazing night here, folks. What a matchup this was. And we want to thank you all so much for tuning in as we're out of time here from Kentucky. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I've been your commentator, MJ. We'll see you all next time. Good fight, good night, and thanks for joining us. So my God, what a night. What a night here on the HWF.